What's the most satisfying thing you've ever told your entitled family member? While my mother was literally in labor with me, my grandmother on my dad's side announced, "I'm cutting you both out of my life. My other son's wife is rich and can support my retirement. Your wife is a lazy food stamp collector whose hair disgusts me." Dad's mouth dropped before his jaw clenched with anger. "Get the hell out if you're gonna be racist to my wife." My grandmother backed up like she was offended. "It's not racist, it's the truth. Your brother's wife is the best thing that's happened to us." She looked at my dad like he was a naive child when he said that finding real love was the best thing that happened to him. "Good luck on your real love. Don't come crawling back when she's framed you for a theft you didn't do." She left the delivery room, already booking flight tickets off her other daughter-in-law's credit card. I wasn't there to see it, but my grandmother's actions lit a fire inside my parents. Mom threw herself into teaching when I got a little older, and Dad picked up extra shifts at the warehouse. When I was 7, Mom and Dad had saved enough to start an after-school program. Mom tutored while Dad taught life skills like fixing cars or how to DIY insulate your walls. Soon, 50 kids had started showing up. Meanwhile, my grandmother was living with my uncle and his wife Annette, going on holidays, spending her money, buying new cars just because she could. But there was something neither of the families knew. Turns out, Annette had been in that delivery room when I was born. She'd stood silently in the doorway, and hearing her mother-in-law call a newborn baby a disgrace shifted something inside her. That's when she heard about my dad's success. By now, the program had a second location. My parents were profiting enough to move to a house with a pool and take vacations where I'd get my own hotel room. That's when Annette made her move. "Market's been rough lately. We're losing a lot," she casually said during a smaller than usual family dinner. Grandma's eyes instantly went wide. Soon, Annette took money out of my grandmother's card so it declined. Then grandmother's king-sized bed got replaced with a single. Then came the big announcement. Annette showed up to lunch crying. "The lawyers say my trust fund might be frozen for years. We're going to lose everything." My grandmother's reaction was immediate. "Are you seriously telling me you're going broke?" Annette cried and nodded like it was true. Over the next few weeks, grandmother's fancy clothes were sold to pay off stock losses. Her $25 coffee was replaced with Instant, and Annette and Richie even moved into an apartment to make the loss of money look real. That's when my grandmother finally snapped. "I think I need some space from you two while you figure things out financially. It's just so stressful for me." Just like that, she stopped coming to dinners, started ignoring Annette's calls, all over money that was never actually gone. That's when she remembered she had another son. I was 15 when she showed up at our door. Dad was at work, but Mom was home. I'll never forget my grandmother's face when she saw our house. The mental math was visible. The pool, the 2 cars, my MacBook on the counter. "I've been thinking about family lately," she said, clutching her knockoff designer bag. "I realize I may have been hasty in the past." Mom, because she's better than anyone deserves, invited her in for coffee. My grandmother sat in our kitchen, looking at the photos from our vacations, the awards from the after-school program, the life we built without her. "I always knew you two would make something of yourselves," she lied. "I just wanted to give you space to grow." She started crying about being abandoned by both sons, how lonely she was, how family should stick together. Then came the ask, "I just need a little help getting back on my feet. Maybe I could stay in your guest room, just temporarily." Dad came home during this performance. He listened. Then he spoke very quietly. "You called my baby a disgrace," in the delivery room, while my wife was still bleeding. "I was upset. I didn't mean—" "You meant every word," he snapped. "And you know how Anita is supposedly going broke?" Grandmother's ears perked up. "How do you know that?" she asked. My dad just smirked. "How do you know that?" "Brothers talk, Mom," he finally said. He walked around visibly enjoying her panic. "You do know that Annette's trust fund was never frozen." Grandmother's jaw dropped. "What do you mean?" she asked, scared to hear the answer. "Annette is a smart woman, Mom. She knows you only loved her money, so she put you to the test." My grandmother turned white. "That's not possible." But even she wasn't believing her own words. "Annette can buy you a Bentley at the snap of a finger, but now she never will. And you'll never see a cent off me either. Now get out of my house." Grandmother turned desperate. "Please, I'm your mother. You can't just—" "You're right. I can't just abandon family." Dad stood up. "But I can give you exactly what you gave us, which is nothing." He kicked her out. And here comes the best part. When grandmother called my uncle from our driveway, sobbing that we'd rejected her, he interrupted her. "You know, Mom, my marriage has been better since you left. Annette and I aren't fighting, and we enjoy cheap TV dinners without you nagging us over $100 wine bottles. You're not welcome back." Her jaw dropped. She came back inside begging, "Please, I'll go homeless if you don't take me in." Mom and Dad looked at each other, knowing what she was saying was true. Full story on channel linked below.